Guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Alex, and have you subscribed to my channel? In case you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Also turn on your notification bell. You get to be notified every time there's a new video up. And I know it's been a minute ever since I had a video on my channel.
Yeah.
Life has been happening. I know you guys have been asking you, most of you who have my number, hey, we haven't had an episode for a moment. Queenie, what's happening? Life has been happening, but maybe I had I would say I had taken a mini break, but look who is back. I am back with another exciting and a very fun video with my good friend. I will allow her to introduce herself. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Antonina Weganjo, a good friend of Alex, and so excited to be here.
I'm so sure you have seen her before on my channel.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we shall be doing more content together.
Definitely. I think this is going to be our channel now. This guy is better get used to his face.
Please. But most of my guests, they come here and say that, but I think mindio kabla niwa invite all over again it's a whole lot of story, but I'm so sure you'll be seeing this beautiful face for some time.
Yeah.
For a long time, in fact.
For the longest
time. So today we have an interesting topic, and it's about past traumas in relationship and how they have affected on how we show up in our current relationships.
Yeah.
So I would say the topic of the day is past traumas in relationships and how they have contributed to the way we show up in our current relationships. I will allow you to go first. What's one thing that has happened in the past that have affected you to the way you show up, maybe in a friendship, maybe in a relationship?
Yeah. So for me, I really don't think it was traumas. These were just incidents things happening, and how they affected how I show up in my current relationships. I'm gonna give examples. So I recently I'm not very fresh, but I'm fresh from a breakup, and I got to learn one thing about myself, and I'm very impatient.
Oh wow.
I'm impatient, and I don't. We talked about this before we started the show.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to extend grace. Like for me, I'm that person who wants you to be perfect. Straight,
ruler.
Not like a ruler, but I just want someone who really knows what they're doing. And when the relationship and you kind of don't do that, umes tu kidogo.
You're like,
I'm just
man, and out
on to the next. And and with my previous relationship, it was very dear to me. I really loved the other person, and so kwa ile kitu kidogo inafanya tu na snap, inafanya sasa, me right now, I'm having a relationship with myself, and I'm trying to learn how to be kinder, to be patient, to extend grace to people, because no one is perfect. So I think from my previous relationship, one thing that I learned and I'm trying to do moving forward with myself, with my friendships, I'm even like that with friends. Yes.
I also think that's also was my first point. You have to keep in mind that this is a new relationship. You know, you don't have to bring in whatever didn't work out maybe to your previous one to your current relationship. This is a whole new kind of relationship. Extend grace, as you said. You know, this is that try to learn that person. This is what I learned from my past. As much as maybe they have been consistent in maybe a certain kind of behavior, each and every time I meet up with a new person right now, what I'm trying to do more is get to learn them, get to learn what works for them, what doesn't work for them, and also try to communicate on the things maybe they like and they don't like. I'm so big on that, because I'll also tell you what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So but extend grace to any person. You know, as human beings, we are not perfect. I am not perfect. You're not perfect. You have your faults, you know. And nowadays, what happens is as much as I might see something that I'm I'm not comfortable with that, what I do is like the next time it happens, like I'll be like, why did you maybe do this? Like, let me understand why you're doing what you're doing. And it doesn't like let me understand where this is coming from, and let us like discuss, is it like something that I'll be very comfortable being in this relationship. If it's something that maybe I am not comfortable, it's not born to change, and maybe you can't change what maybe the situation is, I can't be able to handle the situation, then we can sit down and just say, you know what, we tried but it didn't work out. But
okay, now that you say that, let me just ask you something.
Yeah.
How long are you willing to keep up with? You know, you've seen this person. How long are you willing to keep up with the extending grace? Like, I'm going to extend grace for the first time. For the second time, how long until you're like, I'm done, I'm out, I can't do this anymore?
I can't say like a specific period of time. I wouldn't maybe give it like a month or like a week or 2 weeks. What I would say is, back in my head, I will constantly maybe try to put you in the same situation, like to see, is there like a different kind of reaction to whatever maybe like I don't like, you know. If I notice like these are consistent thing, like maybe clearly you're not ready to, I can't give it like a timeline and say I'm going to give it like a month or 2 months before like I say I can't do this. No, just put in the, you know, like try put in some two things too, like here and there, like test if he's ready or she's ready to just switch things up. So I can't give like a specific time or period, you know, after like 2 months, if this doesn't change. It can be even after like 2-3 days. If this doesn't change, you're like, I think last time he did this, last time she did this, but I don't think I can do this, like, you know, we need to talk. I can't give it like a specific period per se.
Okay. Actually, it's not even about the period. I was asking how many times, like, you, like, if they did it today, they did it tomorrow, they did it like at the third time, the fourth time. Like for me, that's what I'm saying, I'm unlearning that behavior. For me, it's just, I would give you one chance, and I'm just like, I flip, I go. But now I'm trying to like, let me see if I can do it a second time. At that time, God, even a fourth time.
But it depends with the situation, you know, like there's a situation that will happen, you know, like instant.
I just can't take this.
I can't just take this. But there are things you're like, this might be a habit, a behavior, like maybe most likely he might, if not like maybe change, adjust to being better. And if they are not even willing, showing like they want to change, they want to adjust to it, then you're like, it's not changing, so why am I even wasting my time here? So I don't know. The first time I might confront you and ask you, why are you doing this? Let me understand why you're doing this. I feel like I will tell you, if it makes me feel some type of way, I will definitely let you know. Then from there we can see how to work around that.
Okay, nice. So I think we'll take the second one. Okay. I started.
Oh, sawa. Second one is the fact that what I have learned in my past relationship is like, with this new relationship, I am much more aware that it might work out and it might not work out. But I have taken time to build a relationship with myself in the sense that, of course, I'm not going into a relationship thinking it won't work out. But still, I'm not going into a relationship thinking it's cast on stone. It's do or die, you know. So I have that thing back in my mind, you know what? I have taken time to build myself, be myself, be self-aware of what I want and what I don't want. So as much as I might get a heartbreak now, it won't hurt like the first time I got heartbroken. Okay, I know each and every heartbreak is different. It makes you learn maybe something. It makes you discover something about yourself. But I think right now I'm much more aware. There's a possibility of it's not cast on stones. You know, Kitambo, like when I was young, I used to like, every person I meet, he's the man of my dreams, you know. I can see myself having a family.
Me too.
I can see myself having a family with this person, us living happy ever after. But that's not always the situation, you know. People come in different seasons for your life, maybe for a different reason, you know. So I'm very much aware that even in the next relationships I'm going to be in, it's not cast on stones. I always nowadays don't visualize myself like this is my husband, this is the father of my kids. I've taken time to, maybe for us, they are here for that season, maybe they served a certain purpose. It might not make sense today, but 5 years, 10 years from now, it will all make sense. Yes,
I actually love that. It reminds me of myself. I also had that thing, but I think with time it's going away, where I meet somebody and I'm just like, I'm already seeing the kids. I'm like, oh, he has this kind of nose. So my kids are not,
I think it's a woman thing.
It's mostly a woman thing, right?
I think it's a woman thing. Like every person, and you're like, oh, we have chemistry. This, like, I have a feeling it's going to work out. You're going to be together. But that's not always the situation out here, So learn to take each and every relationship like in a very different way, Maybe you might be holding on to something that was just meant to be for a month or for 3 months.
Yeah, I think my takeaway from that is also be patient, because with that kind of mindset, you're getting into the relationship like, and you like
deep, you dive, you just
enter
dive
fast. You enter fast, not taking time to learn this person, not taking time to enjoy it. And now this takes us to my second but our third point, which is have fun and enjoy. Like, I'm really, and you see the way you're telling us that scenario of you getting into a relationship and now thinking about a whole family. Sometimes I think that was me a while ago, and I would kind of forget to have fun in the relationship. Now I'm like thinking, this is my man. He needs to like be straight like this. He needs to do this. He needs, it was just very serious stuff. And at the end of the day, my goodness, Nasa, how to the simple things, to just like have fun, to have a good time,
and take a day at a time.
To take a day at a time. So moving forward, I really want to enjoy my relationship with me, because right now I'm dating myself. And in case someone comes around, I want to enjoy the process. I want to enjoy the process of learning the person. I want to enjoy the process of laughing, eating together, going for walks together, just the simple things that are fun and amazing in relationships. I really want to enjoy. I knew I had fun in my previous relationships. I'm not saying they were bad, but sometimes when I think of them, I used to like stress over tiny things so much. You
forget about even being grateful for
what I have and just enjoying the process of being in a relationship. So yes, enjoy. In case you're in a relationship, just learn how to have fun. The simple things are just amazing. So enjoy and have fun.
Yeah, because for me, what works perfect is about the simple things. Somebody thought about you. It's the thought. For me, a lot comes to the thought that counts. Like, this person just took his time. Maybe he's busy. Like, he just took his time to just maybe pass by and see you. That means a lot to me as compared to doing the big things. For me, it's about the small things. And I'm so grateful to them, because I know when I'm grateful about the small things, even the big things, they are yet to happen. So enjoy the process, and it's a step at a time. A step at a time, and don't give like ultimatums. This is what is supposed to happen at this time.
I had a lot of ultimatums, and to any young person who's there, and if you have ultimatums, wachana na hizo vitu.
Let things flow.
Don't you magical if you let them flow.
Also, overthinking. I am a victim of being an overthinker.
I think I'm always gonna be a victim. How do you do that?
I have worked so hard of not being an overthinker, and as time goes by, I'm realizing like I'm just embracing the fact that I look at things in a 3-dimensional way, but I'm like, anyway. So even if like I overreact over things, so I'm learning to be calm. In every situation, like I'm just learning to be calm. Let the world, let like the universe just show it to itself. I'm gonna show it for myself. So I'm also an overthinker, but I think that's something I have worked over time. Yes.
Which is good.
Me,
I'm working on that. Bado hatujafika.
You'll get there.
Yes, I'm hoping. I'm really, really
you'll get
that
there.
I get there.
So another thing I have learned from my past relationships, maybe even friendships, I would say, is the fact that there's always going to be the red flags and the green flags. Always. But to what capacity are you able to have a balance of the both, in the sense that maybe your dream kind of person looks like a certain way, like the way you have it in your head, like my dream person should look like this, nini, but maybe you partner with somebody who doesn't look like even close to what you, but this person, they are really nice, they really have a kind heart, they really like treat you so well. Okay. So where do you get the balance in between? This is what I thought my dream man would look like, my next relationship should look like this, versus, okay, I would say like expectations versus reality. So because there are people who pop up in your life and you're like, maybe this would work out, but you realize, I don't think they would really treat me the way I would feel, but they look so nice, wanakaje. So in my next relationship, I'm trying to have the balance between expectations and reality, as much as he's a handsome person, he's an amazing person, but is his amazingness, am I feeling it? Yes. Am I really feeling it? Am I really like experiencing it? So like have a balance of the both.
I really love that point. I really love that point.
Yes.
Something I think I'm going to like put into my basket of next relationship. I actually have a basket of things that I want.
You put things waiting to be purchased, or maybe waiting to be, never know.
But I love that one. So for the next one is what I learned from my previous relationship, and I'm going to like tell you what I learned and what I want to do moving forward. I learned that people are different. People are different in how they think, how they act, where they come from. We come from different backgrounds, and our backgrounds, some of them contribute to who we are.
Very true.
Sometimes you want somebody to be like this. Okay, back to your point as well, expectations versus reality.
Yes.
People are different. You find a man, you want this man to be as you expected, but this person is a whole
totally different.
They have their own thinking, their own way of
the value system is very different.
So for me, I think in my experience or from my previous relationships, this one has been a hard one to learn. Learning that people are different. And now my takeaway from learning that people are different is, I think I'm at a point where, as much as people are different, I think I would want to be with someone who is not as different as I am. Reason being, from my relationship and from relationships from my friends, family included, when you're with a person, and by the way, disclaimer, this is just
as our opinion.
Yes. I'm not saying maybe there's someone out there, you're like north and your husband is
very south
and you guys have a beautiful relationship. But for me, I think I would want to be with someone, as much as people are different, someone who's closer to
what you believe in,
to my beliefs, my character. We're not very far off. Because I think I've been in a relationship with someone who's very different from me, and it just doesn't work out. There's always somebody who's going to have to compromise. You're going to have to compromise so that for you guys to find a balance, there's gonna be a lot of compromise. And sometimes assuming you're willing to compromise, you're going to hurt at some level. Because
you're sacrificing way too much.
Exactly. Can you imagine you're with somebody? I'm not giving an example of myself, I'm just giving an example of a relationship. This is somebody who goes out every day. This is somebody who's always out every evening, and this other person doesn't go out every evening. So it will either mean this person will have to join the other person in going out, or this other person, and at the end of the day, trying to find a balance, one of you is going to get hurt. Yes, you're trying to, but it's always hard. But anyway, there are people who do it and make it. But for me, I think moving forward, I would want to be with someone who has, not exactly, I don't think there's anyone who's like
but
me,
almost they complement who
my
you are.
beliefs, my characters, my behaviors, who I am, what I like. I want to be someone who likes things that I like. Atakama not everything, just a few things. We can be like, okay, let's do this, and it's fun for both of us. Yeah. So that's it for me. Like, I'm looking for someone who's similar kidogo.
As to, I totally agree with you, because like for me, let me give an example for myself. I don't think I could be with somebody who goes out every day. Like, and to be honest, I'm not willing to compromise. I'm a very fun and bubbly girl.
I know.
But I'm not ready to compromise at my person going out every day.
Yeah.
I think it's way too much. And to be honest, it's something I know I can't live with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
at that point, I know myself for sure. If I got someone who's like, oh, let's do what, I know for sure.
Kuna place itafika and there's gonna be a lot of friction.
I know for sure,
because this other person is like, okay, this is what I love doing.
And I told you about it.
Yeah, this is what I love doing. This is who I am.
Yeah.
And you're there, you're like, I just can't do it anymore. So the friction starts, the argument starts, the yelling, and it just becomes a whole ugly situation. So, but anyway, we have people who things are working out for them, and they're so different.
Totally different.
But I think one person usually hurts. Like there's that one person who has.
There's one who's compromising more.
Yeah,
for compared to the other person. Yes. So what comes into mind? My next point is the fact that have the tough conversations in the beginning of the relationship.
Oh yes.
Have one of the toughest conversations. I know it's hard. I know sometimes you're like worried you might lose this person, but have the almost genuine and honest conversations about your relationship, you know. And that's why it all falls back to communication in the sense, yes, it all falls back to the communication, because like I want to know, like maybe 5 years from now, how do you see your life, you know, how many kids do you want, what's your belief system, what's your spiritual life. Like right now I can't sit here and say, you know, like I would date an atheist ati alafu nijidanganye ati for now I'm very okay with it, then later on this person tells you, but you knew I was an atheist from day one. I told you this, you know. Have the toughest conversation. Finances, you know what, maybe like I'm at a point whereby I'm not ready to settle down because of my finance, or I'm not ready to settle down because of my finances, you know. Communicate, talk about these things, because later on in the relationship, because that is what I have learned previously, you know. You don't talk about these things. You are all about the honeymoon period. Oh, so we are doing this. By the time you realize, it's like your goals, your visions doesn't match up to whatever maybe you saw that person to be, you know. If you have like a loan, like just say like this, maybe I'm servicing this loan, more so for a serious relationship. See you in a relationship, maybe somebody is in debt, mpaka unashanga, wow, how do you even maneuver this? So have the toughest conversations, you know, about your sex life, what maybe you want to explore maybe later.
Let me just ask you, would you talk about your expectations for your sex life on the first date?
On the first date, no.
Okay.
Or on the first date, no. It takes a while for you to get comfortable. Try to learn
such conversations.
Yes.
What about the finances? Do you think it's something you'd bring it up on the first date?
On the first date, still no.
Still no.
Because on the first date, you really can't gauge if
the person is serious. You don't know where this is going. On the first date.
On the first date.
Yeah.
No, the money conversation, the sex life conversation, I would save it for a third, fourth date.
Yeah, they're too sensitive.
I think they are a bit sensitive. They want to let me know where you come from, what you love to do, you know, the basic
your
ones,
name.
Your name, what do you do?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But the minute you come and tell me about your financial, I'll be like, I think that is too much information to reveal for a first date.
Hi, my name is Robert. Guess what? I have a loan.
No. Save it for a third or fourth date to be able to like be comfortable to even talk about maybe finances, what you do.
Yeah.
These are things I think you should reveal as like, you know, the relationship progresses.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my take though. I don't know about you.
No, I also think the same way. Like the first day, the conversations have to be very light. The second day as well. But you know, I think by the time you're going on a second date and on a third date, you already have, and you also know if you want this person.
Yeah, very true.
Like in the long run. So that's when now you have not to bring in the hard stuff, so that you can also know if you're going to move forward or not.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. I love that one. So the other one I have is go out on dates.
Oh yes.
And not just go out on dates. I feel like
meaningful
dates. Kitambo, people are not going for dates, but I think like guys nowadays understand that like guys are gonna be like, can I take you on a date? Like the going on a date thing has become normal. Guys now know that girls need to be taken out on a date. But now we're going on dates. Those dates need to have meaning, especially if you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Kitambo, or in my previous relationship, I remember I would go out on dates. Like we would have probably like we're going out on dates regularly, but when you go out on these dates, we're just going to eat, drink, water, and just like. But when you're going out on dates, I highly encourage dates, and I also encourage that once you're going out on dates, make sure that you're having conversations, meaningful conversations, like how are you doing? Talk about your finances, talk about your what? Your family. Like sometimes you can be with somebody not a dream too. You're on a date with a person and probably their mom is in hospital, but they like
can't really like,
exactly use as much as dates are a way, like they're what? I'm lacking the words. As much as dates are something to like get away from reality and just have a break, make sure that you use that time to like discuss the relationship, see how you guys are doing, like just the both of you. Yeah, so go out on dates, but make sure that the dates are meaningful.
And the reason as to why I insisted on meaningful dates is the fact that me, when you tell me let's hang out, and the first thing that comes into your mind is like let's go clubbing, I'm automatically like
Same, girl.
So it's meaningful because like I want to have a conversation with you. I want to spend time with you, get to know you, get to know like what excites you, what are your interests. But the minute you come and tell me let's go Sijui, have Sijui drinks where like I don't know, I don't feel it doesn't sit right with me.
Okay, I think maybe assuming you've known this guy you're in a relationship, right? Maybe going out to the club once in a while is not bad.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, like
but I'm talking about the first date.
Oh, first date in a club?
In a club,
no,
yes.
Boy, please don't try that. That is so off. I think it also depends with the guy.
Yeah.
There are times you're just like, okay, let's just go to the club.
Oh yeah. After maybe having a sort of a conversation.
No, okay, I'm saying it also depends with the guy. Unajua, there are those guys who you want something serious with. And there's that guy who you're like, who new boys do? Like, he's my friend.
He's my G.
He's my G, like, literally, if any guy asked me out on a date, first date to a club, when you boys,
we buddies,
like, how can you take a girl out? Like, for me, and if I say yes, we're to draw any boys, going to the club is just so ghetto, like, on a date, unless we know each other and we've been dating and it's something we're like, I get to make a blood and they're out, let's go on a date. But on the first date, no.
So on my last point, it would be in my current friendships and relationships, what I have learned in my previous ones was the fact that I need to ask myself every now and then, am I genuinely happy? Am I genuinely in a mental space to say that, you know what, I'm genuinely happy. This is my happy place. I'll rather be here with the people I'm spending the time with as compared to being somewhere else. So constantly checking up on yourself and asking yourself, you know what, am I genuinely happy? Am I like growing? Am I thriving? You know, what's my relationship with my friends? What's my relationship with my boyfriend? What's my relationship with my family? My relationship with God. So one of the questions is like be in touch with yourself, to always constantly ask yourself, in this relationship, am I genuinely happy?
Yeah, I really love that. Just pausing to see if it makes you happy, because we have a lot of people in relationships who get lost in relationships and who are not happy in relationships.
Very true.
Okay, so before I go on to my point, I have a question for you. So you are in a relationship, probably you've been seeing this guy for 1 or 2 years. Halfway you do that self-reflection and you're like, guess what, Alette, I'm not happy with this. Do you think, how would you move forward?
How would I move forward? And we're talking about a 2-year relationship.
Yeah, or even let's say
1 year relationship. I reflect and I'm like, I'm not genuinely happy.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I think I would call off the relationship. Simply because as years goes by, you become much more sad and angry. When you, maybe 3 years in, you will be like, why would I have not left this relationship as soon as I realized like I am not happy? Because I have done that mistake before. Stayed hoping and praying things were going to change. But as time goes by, I think I have said this more than enough times, people never change.
They never do.
In fact, people perfect who they are as like they grow older. So
if they're liars, they become better liars.
They become good at lying, yes. So if in 1 year, 2 year relationship, I realize like I'm not happy, I would definitely move from that relationship, simply because I don't want 3 years, like when I'm in marriage, I'm like, you know what, I should have moved, I should have like called off this relationship when it was younger, you know, because I feel like if you're not like genuinely happy, you're just maybe just finding somebody who will like make you happy, you know. So despite the years, sometimes we look back and you're like, whoa, I wasted like my 3 years, I wasted like my 1 year. No, it's not like a waste of time. I would say it took you maybe that 1 year to learn. It took you maybe 2 years for you to learn. But the minute you realize like I'm not genuinely happy, jump. Do not be afraid, just jump. Because you never know like what the future holds, you know. And what happens with human beings is like we are so afraid of letting go of things. But mostly what I have learned is that sometimes when you let go, in fact, what is ahead of you is very much beautiful. As much as maybe you thought like these are all my wasted years, you know. God has a way of restoring like the lost years. Yote yaliyokuliwa na mchwa, it shall be back.
Amen to that. I really love that.
Yes.
So I had a point similar to that one, which was, I wouldn't say it because I also want to close and give my last point, which was don't settle. You know, when you're not happy, and a lot of us and a lot of people are doing settling things, where you're like, maybe I've been with this person for 1 year, 2 years, and you don't want those years to go to waste. So I think if you're not happy, if it's not working out for you, do not settle. So my final point, and this is something that I want every person, regardless of you being a babe or you being a guy, to take, is have a plan for yourself. A lot of people, including I, have found myself getting lost in relationships where you're like, especially if you're not those solid people where you have a solid plan for yourself, you're like, I want to finish school, I want to become probably a CEO, you probably want to go and pursue a certain career, and your man doesn't feel the same way. So for me, doesn't support you. Now you find yourself supporting his dreams because now you want the relationship to work.
Yes.
So for me, what I'd say, not even in terms of career, everything, just have a plan. Get into the relationship knowing who you are. Your full names.
Yes.
Literally, the people who forget their full names. Unaenda, you're dating a guy called Kamau. Halfway, I forget I'm Antonina Wangoi Waiganjo, and I'm like, I'm Antonina Wangoi Kamau. And I'm not Antonina Wangoi Kamau yet. So, like, go there knowing who you are, your plans, where you see yourself, and don't let the relationship compromise that. So always have a solid plan for yourself out of the relationship, and now also have a solid plan for yourself in the relationship. Yes, I'm in this relationship, this is my dream, but I also have a certain dream for my relationship, because at the end of the day, there cannot be a you without the, so you need to work on yourself and also work in the relationship that you're in.
Very true.
So work on yourself, work on the relationship, do not forget yourself, and just know who you are and what you want to achieve, and find somebody who supports you.
Your dream. Because what I can add on that is the fact that mostly women is us who get consumed in relationships, more so in marriages. You tend to forget yourself.
Hate that.
You really tend to forget yourself, who you are, and you're there like supporting your man, like, oh, go babe. But it gets to a point. I have had a couple of women say, I have supported his dream. Yes, let me now go back. You go back to be like starting all over again for your dreams. Yes. So have a balance of the two, you know, as much as let's have like that 50-50 kind of compromise, you know. You have your dreams,
yes.
I have my dreams.
Yes, yes,
how
yes.
do we see ourselves working on each other's dreams and supporting each other? I would say that would be a very big you need to think about that, maybe like in your relationship, and also get to know like how you support each other in what you want to achieve.
So over the weekend I was with this lady. I can say she has a successful marriage, she has a successful company, she's doing very well. And so you know that 50-50 thing, where so this is what her and her husband had an agreement. And she had to first have kids, support his dream. So he had a dream of doing something. She's not even here, they live abroad. So she had a dream of starting a company. So she supported him. And now it was like, okay, assuming, I can't assume you're the guy. So assuming it's me and this guy, so we sit down, we talk, we're like, I'm going to support you for this time. Let me take care of the kids, let me stay at home, you do your thing. Then later on you're going to, that is okay. You know, like if you're someone who has that understanding of, you have a dream, let's do this first, then we support you. Kuliko ile, they don't even care about what you want to become.
It's all about them. Like, whatever makes you happy doesn't matter to them, as long as it's whatever they make them happy. So women we forget ourselves when we get married, when we're in a relationship. Yes.
You don't think
straight.
You don't. But anyway, atuslaumu atujara sisi. Me, I have been there. I don't know about you.
I don't know why people sometimes they assume I have made mistakes. Yes. But what have kept I think what have kept me solid is the fact that not tough times they make you stronger as early as
those are usually the best times.
So yeah, and it's been interesting, guys, to have these conversations with you. So, and one thing I'm thinking, there are so many things we've learned from our past relationship. I think we should do like an episode 2 for this, because I think we've left out so many.
For me, I wasn't even able to exhaust half
of what we had.
The things I've learned from my previous relationships.
Yes, so tell us on the comment section, like, what are some of those things you've learned from your past relationship? You know, let us not even call them traumas, but what are some of the things?
Yeah, they're really not traumas.
Yeah, they're really not traumas, but I would say, what are some of the things you've learned from your past relationships that that have affected you, the way you show up in your current relationships? And by relationships, I mean both romantic relationship, friendship kind of relationships. So what are some of these what are some of those things? Tell us on the comment section what are some of those things that you have learned from your previous relationship. Yes. And again, guys, in case you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Also turn on your notification bell, subscribe to my channel, share, comment. Yeah, and until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.